What's going on, everyone? Harris Rubinstein here for NBA Now. The trade deadline is only a few days away, so we have plenty of rumors that we have to break down beforehand. Let's start with the big update around Anthony Davis. And the big update is, well, the Lakers and Pelicans are not talking anymore. The Lakers offered 6 players and 2 picks for Anthony Davis. The Pelicans turned it down, wanted 4 first-round picks, and the Lakers hung up the phone. They will no longer be discussing an Anthony Davis trade today. Obviously, with the trade deadline on Thursday, I'm sure Magic Johnson and Dell Demps will end up reconnecting over this trade. But an interesting report that we got yesterday is that Anthony Davis will only re-sign with 4 possible teams in the summer of 2020. The Lakers, however, are one of those 4 teams, the other 3 being the Clippers, the Bucks, and the Knicks. Now, what's most interesting about these 4 teams, there's only one team that has a realistic chance of actually trading for Anthony Davis right now, and that is the Los Angeles Lakers. So with the Lakers being the only ones with the assets to make a trade, and with them now not talking, the real question is, where will Anthony Davis actually play basketball next season? So this was the trade that the Lakers offered the Pelicans for Anthony Davis. Lonzo Ball, Lance Stevenson, Kyle Kuzma, Michael Beasley, Brandon Ingram, Rajon Rondo, and 2 first-round picks. I'm out of breath. They're also going to be taking back the contract of Solomon Hill, a pretty bad contract at that as well. So a big haul the Pelicans would be receiving, though. The casual NBA fan may look at that haul the Pelicans are getting and say, I don't see a single future all-star on that whole team. So while the Pelicans might think that they're getting a bad deal and the Lakers think that they're giving away the best players of all time, there's just one problem. The Boston Celtics are sabotaging the Lakers behind the scenes. Danny Ainge is pleading to Pelicans GM Dell Demps, wait until the summer. They are dangling their entire roster besides Kyrie Irving, including every single first-round pick the Celtics own either this year, next year, or the year after that. Now, the big trade or trade piece that the Pelicans do want is Jason Tatum. However, as of right now, the Celtics have not included Jason Tatum in any trade talks with the Pelicans. They've barely even talked about Jason Tatum being included, but the Pelicans think that if they wait till the summer, the entire roster besides Irving is theirs for the taking. So we'll see if the Celtics do end up putting Tatum in a trade, but as of right now, I would expect the Celtics to play hardball with the Pelicans this summer and say you can have anyone except Kyrie or Jason Tatum. Though, if they did just want an easy Anthony Davis trade, this is what the Rubinstein trade machine spat out. Jason Tatum, Robert Williams, 4 first-round picks would bring it up to a total of 6 first-round picks since Tatum and Williams were both first themselves. The only issue with this trade is money. The Celtics would have to move one of Gordon Hayward or Al Horford in order to fit in the Anthony Davis contract. Because remember, they're not only adding Anthony Davis's contract, they're also giving a max contract to Kyrie Irving. So not a lot of cap space left for the Boston Celtics. That trade would be able to get them Davis, but a couple other moves would have to be done in order for the money to work out. Let me know in the comment section below, what team will Anthony Davis play for next season? Will it be the Pelicans? Will it be the Lakers? Will it be the Celtics? Will it somehow be the Knicks? It could literally be any 5 or 6 teams in the NBA right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to our new Lakers channel. We'll have news, we'll have rumors, we'll have draft reports, free agency previews, and so much more. Head to chatsports.com/Lakers. Go ahead and subscribe now. We're going to be growing the channel. It's a grassroots channel. We're going to be growing it with your guys' help. So go ahead and subscribe for the best Lakers channel you will find anywhere on YouTube. Let's go back to a couple of Celtics reports here. Let's talk about Kyrie Irving. So a lot of the rumors recently have circled around what the Celtics are going to do with Kyrie Irving at the trade deadline. I can report to you right now, fluidly, currently, wholeheartedly, the Celtics are not trading Kyrie Irving at the deadline. It is not happening. 100% chance that Kyrie Irving will be with the Celtics after the trade deadline. have it sourced. We have it reported everywhere from me, from Woes, from Shams, everyone in the know. The Celtics will not be trading Kyrie Irving and are reportedly very confident that Kyrie Irving will re-sign with the Celtics this summer. Their plot has always been Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, Jason Tatum. The rest doesn't matter. We know that the Celtics have been trying to get those three guys on the same team for the past year and a half, and hopefully they'll be able to get it done this summer, because that'd be one hell of a fun team to watch, especially if Kevin Durant leaves the Warriors and goes to the Knicks. Hell, maybe we'll actually have another NBA Finals winner. If you guys want to make some money on the NBA this year, there's only one way to do it, and that's with BetDSI. Head to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code NBA120 for your 120% deposit bonus. And if you guys use Bitcoin, we're bumping that up to a 150% deposit bonus. If you guys need a little help with the Bitcoin stuff, DM us on Twitter @ChatSports. I know things can get a little dicey when you're dealing with Bitcoin, but that 150% deposit bonus makes it all worth it. But if you deal with cash like your boy over here, chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code NBA120 for a 120% deposit bonus. Let's get back into a couple rumors here. Let's start with some sad news. John Wall will miss the next 12 months with a torn Achilles. If you were as confused as I was when this report came out, you probably asked yourself, wait, wasn't John Wall already out for the rest of the season? If you thought that, you'd be correct. Here's the only problem. Apparently he slipped and fell at home and blew out his Achilles. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, John Wall, without playing basketball, had one of the most devastating injuries a point guard could have. That torn Achilles is going to keep him out likely for most, if not all, of next season. But despite that injury, the Wizards still aren't going to blow it up. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Otto Porter, not on the table. Early reports say Bradley Beal, not on the table. The Wizards are not trading anybody on the roster right now despite the John Wall injury. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Ernie Grunfeld, you have no idea what you're doing. This is the worst possible thing that could have happened for the Wizards. Why? Next year, that extension they gave John Wall kicks in. The Wizards will be paying John Wall next year $38 million. The year after that, $41 million. How about the year after that, $44 million? And to top it off, the last year of that contract, $48 million they gave to a point guard on the wrong side of 30, coming off a blown Achilles. The Washington Wizards are in trouble, people. We might be seeing a blow it up this summer, though. With the deadline coming up in a couple days, they're apparently going to keep all their cards in their hand. Let's talk about the Grizzlies duo, of Mike Conley and Marc Gasol. If that John Wall news kind of bummed you out, here's something that might give you a little bit of a giggle. Apparently, the Grizzlies have been calling just about every single team in the NBA, asking them, what would you trade us for Mike Conley and Marc Gasol? The Raptors' response, I swear to you, I swear, this is 100% true. When the Grizzlies asked the Raptors, what would you give us for Mike Conley and Marc Gasol? The Raptors answered seriously, Kyle Lowry and Jonas Valanciunas. That was their answer to Mike Conley and Marc Gasol. Now, that's a horrible trade offer. That's despicable that they would even say that. Masai Ujiri, you're one of the best GMs in basketball. I don't know what the heck that trade offer is. But the second part of this that's even worse, why are you putting Kyle Lowry in trade rumors? He's the leader of your whole team, and you're pissing him off in the middle of one of the worst seasons of his career already? You still have this guy on your books for 2 more seasons at $30 million plus. That's a bad idea. Don't be putting him in trade rumors. And if you are, don't let him hear about it. DeMar DeRozan never even got a whiff of him getting traded before he got shipped out of town. And now Mike Conley is getting wrapped up in all this. Not a great look for the Raptors, though it does tell me this one thing. This is just speculation. If they really are thinking about making a move for Mike Conley and Marc Gasol, I wonder if they know something about Kawhi Leonard and whether or not he is going to stay and sign an extension with Toronto this offseason. You don't make a move for Mike Conley and Marc Gasol unless you're a little more worried than you were before that Kawhi Leonard might be slipping out of their fingers. So keep an eye out for that one. Just a little speculation from your boy, but just a gut instinct on that one. Let's talk about Blake Griffin. Apparently the Pistons could be interested in moving on from Blake. According to an NBA scout, the Pistons could get 2 first-round picks for Blake Griffin. Now, I'm not sure who would trade 2 first-round picks for Blake Griffin right now. That contract that he has is untradeable, but I will say this. We did say that the Blake Griffin contract was untradeable last year before he got, traded to the Pistons. So any contract saying that anything is untradeable is a big fat lie, but I do not know who would give the Pistons 2 first-round picks for Blake Griffin. Now, I will give Blake this. He's having a pretty phenomenal season. He's averaging the most points per game of any season of his career at 26. Great numbers as well across the board. 8 rebounds, 5 assists per game, shooting 36% from 3. He's actually had a really good season and is the only reason that the Pistons are even close to relevant. Seriously, if you watched a single Pistons game this year, their entire team is awful. Andre Drummond included, and Blake Griffin. So if they want to move on from Blake while having Dwayne Casey, that'd be kind of a weird fit. But for now, I don't know. Maybe putting him in trade rumors, they might be able to get a first-round pick and a nice young player back, but I don't think they could get even close to a haul back for him, as the internet might suggest. Let me know in the comment section below. Who is the biggest name player that will get dealt at the deadline? Personally, I don't think we're going to have a big, massive blow-up trade at this year's deadline. I don't think Davis is going to get moved, and he's kind of clogging up the NBA superstar trade rumors. I don't think we're going to see a Bradley Beal get moved or another big-name player. I think you're going to see a lot of small deals, a lot of teams picking up expiring contracts for the offseason, and a couple of contenders picking up some key pieces, whether it's a Jeremy Lin or a Wayne Ellington or a couple of the small guys at J.R. Smith in order to ramp up for the postseason. But personally, I just don't think that you're going to see a big-time trade at the deadline. Let me know in the comment section below who you guys think is going to get traded on Thursday. Let's talk about Dario Saric with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yes, the NBA's own version of Dracula could be had for a first and a player. Apparently, the Minnesota Timberwolves have been shopping him pretty heavily. Not a huge surprise. He never seemed long for Minnesota in the first place. He was clearly thrown into this trade as a guy that the Timberwolves could flip into the future. He's a nice player. He's just okay. He'll end up being a bench player for a playoff team at some point. I would love to see him in Portland. I think Portland would be a good landing spot for Dario. Still young, still has a lot of talent, and could end up being that third asset next to CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard that the Timberwolves have been looking for a while. He's not the superstar, but he could still be a nice player. Also, with all the rumors of Nikola Mirotic being in trade rumors, Dario Saric could be a good second option for teams that miss out on him. Let's go to our last rumor here, talking about the Milwaukee Bucks. They are indeed looking to make a move at this year's deadline. They are reportedly shopping both Tony Snell and Thon Maker, looking to flip them both for some shooting on the outside. Here's the interesting point in all of this. Eric Bledsoe was actually being talked about in trade rumors to the Dallas Mavericks before the Kristaps Porzingis trade went down. Now that that trade went through, the talks were cut off, and there is no more trade now between the Mavs and the Bucks. If Eric Bledsoe is already in trade rumors, and I've been reporting this now for weeks, that Eric Bledsoe is going to end up getting traded by the Bucks, it's just what I've been hearing, what I've been seeing, would not be a huge surprise if the Bucks are looking to upgrade at the point guard spot. Now, they don't have a ton of assets for it. Do not be surprised if on trade deadline day you hear rumors about Mike Conley to the Milwaukee Bucks. That is a trade. Those are 2 trade partners right there who have specific assets the other may want, and might just be the pairing that we get on trade deadline day for the Memphis Grizzlies. So, Bucks might be looking to make a move. A couple other players in the mix, but Tony Snell and Thon Maker are certainly on their way out the door. Remember to subscribe to us here at Chat Sports, youtube.com/ChatSportsTV. And remember to tune in to us live on Thursday as we go through the NBA trade deadline. We'll see you guys on Thursday, but for now, We'll see you.